The top 10 best ice cream makers and machines in 2020. Review. The best choice. Cuisinart ISEE 30R. If you don't have the budget for a compressor ice cream maker, then this freezer bowl machine should be right up your alley. For less than $100, you can't beat the frozen desserts that this baby can churn out. It features a heavy-duty motor that can finish churning ice cream in just 25 minutes. It also has a large ingredient spout. So, you can easily add mix-ins, chocolate, nuts, or fruit bits you want in your ice cream. And, unlike our previous picks, this machine can give you 2 whole quarts of creamy ice cream. However, you'll need to freeze the bowl for at least 12 hours before using it. The machine is noisy. And, there's a small gap between the paddle and the walls of the bowl, which leaves some parts of the mixture untouched. Pros. Easy to use. Large opening for adding mix-ins. Produces 2 quarts of ice cream. Cons. Requires you to freeze the bowl for at least 12 hours. Bit noisy. A gap between the paddle and the walls of the bowl. Premium pick. KitchenAid KISEE 0 WH ice cream maker. If you already have a KitchenAid mixer, then you don't need to buy a separate ice cream machine. The KitchenAid ice cream maker attachment is all you need. You can use this attachment with the tilt head style mixer, as well as with the bowl lift style ones. You may need to use an adapter ring to ensure that the dasher fits properly. Like other freezer bowl machines, you'll need to freeze the bowl prior to use, though this one requires at least 24 hours. You can make up to 2 quarts of frozen goodness with this attachment that will cost you almost as much as a decent freezer bowl machine. But it won't come with a lid or a cover. The attachment doesn't come with an automatic shut-off feature. So, you need to keep an eye on your ice cream to make sure it doesn't get overturned. Pros. Easy to assemble. Doesn't require buying a separate appliance. Produces 2 quarts of ice cream. Cons. Costs as much as a whole freezer bowl machine. No automatic shut-off feature. Requires freezing the bowl at least 24 hours. Best value. Yonanas frozen healthy dessert maker. Want a healthier version of ice cream? This fruit soft serve machine is what you need. The Yonanas frozen healthy dessert maker makes use of frozen overripe fruits, chocolates, or even veggies, and turns them into a smooth, soft-serve ice cream-like dessert. And it's incredibly easy to use. Just put the frozen food into the chute and push down to get the ice cream. This machine is easily disassembled for cleaning, and the parts are dishwasher safe. However, it does make a lot of noise. And you can't really make this in bulk, because it will freeze like an ice cube, not like ice cream. Also, a lot of the ice cream gets stuck inside the machine. You need to open it and scoop it out, or place that part into the sink. Makes a mess when the ice cream starts to melt. Pros. Healthy ice cream like dessert. Easy to use. Easy to clean. Cons. Very noisy. Can't be used to make bulk ice cream. Some of the ice cream gets stuck inside the chute. Breville BCI600 XL. Smart scoop ice cream maker. If you want all the bells and whistles in ice cream making, the Breville Smart Scoop is the only option for you. It has 12 hardness settings to allow you to choose from gelato, yogurt, sorbet, or just a plain vanilla scoop to go on your root beer float. The bowl and churn blade are removable to make them easier to clean. The automatic hardness settings allow the machine to sense the hardness of the blend and stop churning, keeping it cool until you're ready to serve. The results are close to the creamiest frozen delights you've ever tasted. The controls are intuitive, and the machine has audible alarms to let you know when it's done. The manual function allows you complete control. However, it does cost a lot, more than what a lot of people would want to spend on an ice cream machine. And some owners feel that the machine is too noisy. Pros. Consistently creamy, frozen delights. Fully automated. Keep cool function. Cons. Expensive. Slightly noisy. Winter ISeeEm 15LS ice cream maker. For less than $100, you can get delicious frozen treats from the Winter ISeeEm 15LS. ice cream maker. The difference in creaminess isn't that big, which means that this machine strikes that perfect balance between price and taste. Compared to the Breville Smart Scoop, this is also much smaller, weighs pretty much the same, and takes less counter space. Another thing is that it's easy to use and very quiet in operation. The bowl is removable, has a built-in handle that makes it easy to scoop out the ice cream and clean the bowl. Also, the machine has auto shutdown to prevent damage from freezing ice cream to solid. The LCD control panel is easy to use. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the Breville Smart Scoop, which takes a lot of the guesswork out of making the different types of ice cream. Pros: delicious results, easy to use and clean, quiet compared to other units. Cons: still expensive, heavy, 32 pounds, and only has the 1.5 quart capacity. Hamilton Beach 68330N automatic ice cream maker. Traditional ice cream makers don't necessarily have to require physical labor. Hamilton Beach 68330N is the best large ice cream maker. With the 68330R, you can have your ice cream made old school without the intensive hand cranking, because the motor will do that for you. Unlike freezer bowl machines, this one does not require you to freeze anything prior to use. You just have to have a lot of rock salt and ice on hand. What we love about this ice cream machine is that it makes 4 whole quarts. And, if you don't have any idea on where to start, the recipe book that comes with the machine can help. Pros: no freezing required. Comes with a recipe book. Automated churning. Cons: requires you to have lots of ice and rock salt at hand. Can be messy, melted salt water. Very loud. Nostalgia. ISeeEm 400 blue electric ice cream maker. Just another budget-friendly option for those who want to do ice cream making a bit like the old days. The Nostalgia ISeeEm 400 lets you use good old-fashioned rock salt and ice to freeze the mixture, while a motor does the physical work for you. The Nostalgia won't be making the creamiest of textures, especially compared to the ones churned out by compressor machines. But it does produce decent ice cream, better than store-bought ones, and you can make up to 4 quarts. Compared to the Hamilton model, the results are comparable, but the aesthetics could be better. This machine can be very loud, and it doesn't have an on and off function. But, for the small price, you can afford a lot of guilty pleasures. Ice cream. Pros: easy to use. Produces 4 quarts of ice cream. Very affordable. Cons: very loud. No on and off switch. Not aesthetically pleasing. Cuisinart ICE E70 electronic ice cream maker. This ice cream maker from Cuisinart takes the guesswork out of making your favorite frozen treats at more than half the price of the Breville Smart Scoop. You can choose the setting for ice cream, gelato, or sorbet. You can also adjust the speed manually if you want to have more control. And, when it's done churning, the machine will automatically shut off. One of the cute features of this Cuisinart model is the integrated measuring cup on the lid that you can use for add-ins. You also get a recipe book to help you get started in making ice cream at home. However, you do only get 3 settings, which means, if you want to do soft serve ice cream or frozen yogurt, you'll have to manually adjust the speed. Also, the lid may not fit that well, doesn't click, or anything. But for the price, it just might be worth it to some. Pros: automatic settings for ice cream, gelato, and sorbet. Easy to use and clean. Plus comes with integrated measuring cup. Cons: no automatic setting for yogurt or soft serve ice cream. The lid is poorly designed. Requires planning ahead of time. Lelo 4080 Mussolino ice cream maker. Want truly luxurious tasting homemade ice cream? Then you better have the Lelo 4080 Mussolino. It weighs 40 pounds and features stainless steel parts, the housing, bowl, and paddle. Sleek and shiny, it definitely looks expensive. And it's very easy to use. As for the results, it tastes much like premium ice cream from the store, just because the machine finishes churning within 22 to 25 minutes, faster than any of the ones on our list. decreasing the number of ice crystals that form in the mixture. We like the fact that the machine will auto-shut off when the ice cream starts to become too hard. You definitely don't want this machine getting damaged. However, the bowl cannot be removed, so cleaning it can be a bit of a pain. All in all, this is a machine that only people who are serious about making luxurious, homemade ice cream would consider. But if you do get it, you won't regret it. Pros: produces the best ice cream. Easy to use, plus fast results. Cons: very expensive. Hard to clean. DonVA, manual, ice cream maker. If you want a bit of exercise before you indulge in some creamy frozen delights, then the DonVA, manual, ice cream maker should do the trick. This is a freezer bowl ice cream maker, which means it has a bowl that you'll need to freeze for at least several hours, 7 hours by the manufacturer. It has no motor to do the churning for you. So, the handle is there for you to crank and crank for a whole 15 to 20 minutes. The result is soft serve ice cream, so you can eat right away or store in the freezer. Unlike traditional ice cream makers, you will need to plan ahead and freeze the bowl to make 1 quart of ice cream. The result is delicious, and kids tend to have fun with this machine. But it is a bit on the expensive side because there's no motor to do the churning. The paddle seems a bit fragile and may break at any time. Pros: delicious results. Fun for kids. Easy to clean. Cons: slightly expensive. Fragile plastic paddle.